latest that's coming in on the Hindu temple attack, which happened in US, California, particularly in Newark, where a Hindu temple was vandalized by the Khalistani forces. In the latest, the Indian consulate has condemned the rampage that was seen at this Hindu temple. So that's the statement that's now coming in from the Indian consulate, condemning the Khalistani vandalism of the Hindu temple in Newark in California. So detailed statement by the Indian consulate that reads, and I quote, "We strongly condemn the defacing of Sri Swami Narayan Mandir at Newark, California with anti-India graffiti. This incident has hurt the sentiments of the Indian community. We've pressed for quick investigation and prompt action against the vandals by the US authorities in this matter." So a probe being called for by the Indian consulate that has responded to this temple attack that has happened by the Khalistani mob in Newark, California. Note that the Newark police has already begun investigation, but as you can see from these visuals, anti-India graffiti and pro-Khalistani slogans that have been inscribed on the walls of the temple, the Sri Swami Narayan temple in Newark, California. All right, let's go across to Amandeep also, who's joining us live for more on this. Amandeep, take us once again through what exactly transpired in Newark. As we understand that the Indian consulate has already taken stock, having called for a thorough probe into this temple attack and the very fact that Khalistanis have been on a rampage in the US.
Well, absolutely, Samiksha. Just because this is touching to this Hindu sentiments in US, so that is the reason they have pressed for the investigation. These incidents are repeatedly happening in US and Canada, and that is the reason this turned out to be the major concern of the Hindu community, as well as the consulates in US as well as in Canada also. And if you just talk about this incident, this Swami Narayan Mandir has been completely defaced by pro-Khalistani graffitis that has been written on the wall. Anti-Indian, anti-Prime Minister Narendra Modi writings has been put on the walls of this temple. And in fact, by these pro-Khalistani elements and organizations like Sikh for Justice and other organizations who are actually repeatedly provocating and radicalizing the youth in different countries, they are behind these incidents. And these governments need to understand that this sentiment against India and this sentiment of hate crime is very much dangerous. And in fact, they are giving the space to organize these kind of crimes. And in fact, those organizations who has been declared as a terrorist organizations in India, those are still sitting in Canada, in US, and the different countries and operating their network from there only. And earlier, they were only trying to create the unrest in India, but now they have started targeting the temples and the Hindu community in US as well as in Canada also. And before this, we have witnessed several incidents that the temples has been vandalized with similar kind of wall writings with the graffitis and in fact similar kind of slogans as well. And every time local police is ensuring the investigation, but nobody is concerned about the root cause. Who are the conspirators behind this entire scene? Why the government is not trying to control this hate crime against the Hindus? And Hindus are very much concerned just because they never interrupt or interfere into any kind of activities of these radicalized people, but still they are facing these kind of treatment, still they are facing this kind of hate crime. And that is the reason Indian consulate is coming up asking them to launch a thorough investigation to find out the masterminds behind this. Just because, Samiksha, from the terrorist incidents in Punjab till these kind of anti-India slogans and anti-India protest outside the Indian consulates, outside the Indian High Commissions, attack on the Indian consulates, High Commissioners, diplomats, and even these vandalization of the temples in different countries. So these all incidents are being organized by one organization, by similar kind of ideologically organizations, that is pro-Khalistani organizations. And very handful people are behind this who are actually conspiring the entire incidents just to remain in the limelights and just to deliver that they are all anti-Indians and still promoting the Khalistan. And in fact, they are radicalizing the youths through these kind of incidents. So that need to be understand. These governments need to be understand that this sentiment is very much dangerous. If they are camping in different countries and organizing their radicalizing conferences from their countries, today they are writing the anti-Indian, but tomorrow they will be very dangerous for those countries also, just because their demand of Khalistan, they are trying to show that still existing and people are still connected to their this movement of Khalistan. But on the Indian ground, they have lost their existence. And that is the reason they are sitting in the Canada, in US, in Australia and European countries and trying to establish their own agenda. So this needs to be understood. And that is the reason repeatedly Minister of External Affairs, S. Jaishankar, is putting up a word with different countries regarding these incidents and regarding the elements also. A long list has been shared with the US, with the Canada, with Australia and different countries that these are the terrorist people who are sitting in your countries and we are seeking the extradition just because they are involved into the terrorist incidents in India, in Punjab and even different parts also. But there was no response. And the result is, so now these kind of incidents are being reported in the different countries just because Indian investigating agencies and enforcement agencies have neutralized all their assets in Punjab and in India. But still, they have a free hand, they have a free run, they have a free space in different countries. And that is the reason they are trying to harass the Hindu Indians who are sitting in the different countries. So now let's wait and watch what will come out. Just because Samiksha, before this, the police chief of Newark has also visited the spot. He has inspected the spot. The mayor of Newark has also visited the spot. They have ensured the Hindu community that justice will be delivered and the people behind this will be nabbed very soon. But let's wait and watch that either they are going to put their hands on the conspirators or this will remain to the incident only. Yes, Samiksha.
Right, Amandeep, thank you for the moment. So Amandeep, of course, getting us the latest as another temple has been vandalized in California and India, of course, seeking a thorough probe into the Khalistani rampage.